Imagine a land where nature often follows the brutal rhythm of survival, where only the strongest endure and the weak are left behind. In such a place, a story unfolds that no one could have predicted. Beneath the searing African sun, a lion cub finds itself in a peril deeper than the mud that traps it. This is not the beginning of a battle, but the birth of a bond that defies the laws of nature. The lion cub, young and unaware of danger, had wandered too far from its pride. Drawn by the shimmer of water under the heat, it stepped into what looked like a shallow patch of earth. But in seconds, it began to sink. The mud was thick, unforgiving, and with every tiny movement, the cub sank deeper. Its cries pierced the silence of the plains, but no one came. Its golden coat was slowly swallowed by black muck, its strength fading, its eyes losing light. Yet something stirred nearby. From the edge of the forest, a figure emerged. Not a rescuer as one would expect, but a giant with fur as dark as night and a presence that silenced birds in the trees. Koko, a mighty silverback gorilla, known to researchers for his rare calmness, stood watching. Unlike others of his kind, he was drawn to the plains, to the creatures he was supposed to avoid. He was not just strong, he was wise. And something about the cub's struggle called to him. He did not rush. He moved with thought. Each step was slow, each motion deliberate. He tested the ground around the pit, aware that one wrong move could send him sinking too. His eyes never left the cub. Its body trembled. Its cries had turned to whispers. Koko's massive hand reached out, not in dominance but in care. His fingers brushed the cub's mud-covered fur. The cub responded, not with fear, but with a nudge so faint it could have been missed. But Koko felt it. It was enough. With unmatched precision, he began to pull. Not yanking, not forcing, but guiding. The mud fought back, clinging, holding on. But Koko was patient. He adjusted his stance, found better leverage, and worked slowly. The cub, weak but trusting, did not resist. Inch by inch, Koko lifted it from the earth's grip, every moment a triumph. Then, a sound shattered the stillness. A growl rolled across the land like thunder. From the tall grass, golden shapes moved, silent, swift, dangerous. The lion pride had returned. Leading them was Nala, the cub's mother, her eyes blazing with fear and rage. She saw the gorilla. She saw her cub. Her muscles tightened. Every instinct screamed at her to strike. But Koko did not back away. He stood firm, placing himself between the cub and the pride. He made no threatening moves. He did not roar or bare his teeth. He simply looked at Nala, his eyes calm, his body still. The cub whimpered again. The sound reached Nala, cutting through the storm inside her. She looked at her child, then at the gorilla's hands. She saw the mud, the effort, the care. And she paused. The pride surrounded her, ready to leap. But she held still. Something in Koko's stance told her this was not an enemy. The air was thick with tension. No one moved. Then Nala stepped forward, not in attack, but in caution. She moved to her cub, sniffed its face, nuzzled it gently. It responded with a weak sound. Relief washed over her. Then she did the unthinkable. She looked at Koko and lowered her head, not in submission, but in recognition. A quiet thank you in the only language she could offer. The other lionesses followed, their postures softening. What should have been a clash turned into a moment of understanding. Koko stepped back. His mission was done. He did not seek praise. He watched as the cub stumbled toward its pride, weak but alive. The lions gathered around, shielding it, comforting it. Koko turned away, fading into the trees from where he had come. What happened that day was not just a rescue, it was a revelation. In a world ruled by survival, a gorilla chose compassion, a lioness chose trust, and together without a single word, they proved that even in the wildest parts of the earth, empathy still exists. This story is not just about animals. It is about all of us, about looking beyond what we expect, about choosing to help even when it is not required, about trusting when it is hard. Coco and Nala reminded the world that even silence can speak volumes. That strength lies not just in muscle but in mercy, and that sometimes the wild teaches the most human lessons of all,